What's going on, folks? So the band Battleborn is back. They have a new song here called "One on One." I'm looking really forward to this, and I should have apologized in the yesterday's video. I know my voice is a little bit gruff, but over the weekend I went and saw. Some folk metal bands with my brother in concert, which was really cool. A lot of those bands don't really come to the U.S. too often, but yeah, I saw Troll Fest, Ensiferum, and Corporate Klani. A lot of fun, but and I hate to throw shade. I really don't like to throw shade or anything at any band, but we were really looking forward to Corporate Klani. They were one of like the early folk metal bands my brother and I really got into. But their live show, at least at this particular concert, was terrible. I mean, they just, especially the vocalist, like, I don't know, something was off with that guy. It really wasn't working well. And all the other bands sounded really good. So it wasn't like the sound at the venue or anything. It was just, yeah, no bueno. We actually ended up leaving before their set even finished because they were the headliners. So that was a bit disappointing, but still had a good time. Trollfest did an awesome job. And Ensiferum, they were a powerhouse, what you'd expect from Ensiferum. Anywho, that's neither here nor there, but yeah, my voice is a little rougher than usual because of that. But anywho, I'm looking really forward to this. So without further ado, let's see what Battleborn has been up to, shall we? Rangers, go. that last scream was awesome. I love that. Really great way to end the song with a lot of power. So that was neat. It's a pretty cool song. It has a heavy dose of like melodic hard rock in there, infused with the power metal, and a really great rhythm. I think that was my favorite thing about this song was just the rhythm of it, the guitar riff. It just really loved that main guitar riff and all that. It really it sets the tone, I would say, and it's funny because the way it kind of starts out, which I love that keyboard too, kind of almost like an electronic little keyboard melody going, but then the guitars really kick in. That kind of brings the heaviness to it, and even that hard rock vibe to it as well. I would say is mainly kind of in the main guitar riffs and even just like the melody, just the approach of the song itself, the structure of the song. It was really kind of just screaming like hard rock anthem sort of, but again infused with a nice dose of power metal as well. But yeah, I love that keyboard melody, and it was cool how they started out the song too with kind of the sound filter on it, almost as if it, really doubling down on this kind of VHS tape home recording sort of vibe, and so the music almost sounds like dampened and almost like in the distance, or it's not like fully there and crisp and clear and all that, but then it becomes so it kind of builds up, and then the guitars hit, and that's when the rhythm of the song really kicks in. So yeah, I enjoyed that. The solo and stuff was really well done. The vocals, he did a really great job too of kind of having the energy behind his voice to kind of match the vibe of the song. But it is just quite anthemic and kind of a, kind of a like call to arms in a sense, and just almost like encouraging folks to keep on fighting, and that typical kind of sound, or feeling or what have you, or message. But they did it well here. Good song, nothing wrong with it. The only thing is it does feel a bit familiar. It really didn't swing for the fences or anything. It feels relatively safe. And they it's like I kind of wanted a bit more from it, but again, with that being said, there's nothing wrong with the song itself. They did a good job with it. Clearly they set out to accomplish something with this song, and they did, because again, it sounds good. It's got a nice rhythm. It's got a nice dose of energy in there, a good message and all that stuff to kind of get folks pumped and what have you. But at the end of the day, though, it does feel quite safe. Like they really didn't take any chances with it, or really try to do anything different. But it's relatively formulaic. So, with that being said, though, it still's a good song. The musicianship, was solid, and the vocals, I especially love that last scream there that he did. And the melodies were good, the vocal melodies, the verses. Again, I really like how the verses really go with that nice rhythm. And you have like the chanting, the one on one kind of thing going, and the chorus even, it kind of rises up a bit to add more energy into the song to again kind of just rally folks and get them pumped. So it was executed well. They really did everything right, like for what they were going with. It just, at the end of the day, for me, it just feels a little bit lacking, because again, it just feels very familiar. I've heard songs like almost identical to this. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I guess that could be a personal preference too. It's like I'm looking for a little bit more from it than just something that sounds super safe. But, it's also quite accessible. So, for a single, it's not a bad single, because again, it's accessible, it's relatively familiar, it has a nice vibe and message going for it. And, yeah, I mean, it feels safe. It's easy to listen to, and so yeah, that's really my thoughts on it. They did it well. It just didn't have that kind of extra factor to it to really stand out, in my opinion. It's the kind of thing where I feel like it would just kind of get lost in the noise of like other stuff. But, you know, anywho, that's really kind of my thoughts on this. I'm excited that the band is back, recording new material. I'm definitely always going to be excited when this band drops new stuff. They really kind of made a name for themselves with their previous album and all that. So yeah, definitely a band to always keep an eye on. So anywho, that's that. I'll be very curious to know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below. What y'all think of this song? Let's talk about it, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.